So today we're going to be looking at a microphone for ants.
What is this?
How's it going, guys? My name's Pedro, and today we're going to be having a look at a tiny microphone by Rode that comes in at the price point of $99 US. A bit of a spoiler alert on this one. The sound quality on this is actually really good. Let's talk a little bit about the construction and a little bit about the feel of the product. So the Rode NT USB Mini has an all-metal design, and it is anodized and matte black. So basically what this results in is a very premium feel in the hand, and at no point as well do you feel like this thing creaks or moans, or basically the item is rugged to the touch. And with that one there, it also has a magnetic stand that the microphone actually sits on, so that way if you ever need to move the microphone or be able to swivel it, you can basically just pull it off the stand if need be, or be able to turn it and pivot it on the stand. Once again, this magnet is very strong. So yeah, it's a little bit about the construction. So now let's talk a little bit about what's actually on the unit itself. So the Rode NT USB Mini, when it comes to inputs and outputs on it, it connects to your PC via a USB Type-C cable, which is always good to see on products in 2020. It also has a 3.5mm headphone jack on it, and that basically is what lets you monitor your audio, and along with that as well, listen to any sort of audio coming out of your PC, because this has a high quality sound card in it. Around the front of the unit, you basically have the pivoting arm, so it has full 360-degree motion. Along with that as well, you also have a volume dial in the front. Now that dial is also clickable, which in turn gives you the ability to actually monitor and view the audio source that you're putting into the microphone. So this is really good for any sort of vocalists that are needing to record anything, and basically gives you that functionality there in real time. And then along with that as well, there are two LEDs on it. One of that's to outline whether it's connected to your PC, and the other one is to pretty much outline if you're monitoring your headphone source or not. So now that we've covered the look and feel of the NT USB Mini, let's talk a little bit about the technical specs of it. And don't worry, I'll sort of explain what these technical specs mean in real world day-to-day use. And I guess from that there, the first thing we'll talk about is the actual microphone itself. So the Rode NT USB Mini is a cardioid mic. So what that means is that basically when it's capturing audio, effectively it'll be trying to capture all of the audio spoken directly into the front of the microphone, and it'll be capturing audio in a mushroom style pattern around the microphone. So going more off axis from the center of the mic, it'll capture less and less until eventually you end up out of the actual mushroom itself, and you end up behind the microphone there, and anything behind the microphone, it generally tries to reject and try and capture as little to no sound accordingly. Along with that as well, the Rode NT USB Mini also has a 48 kilohertz sample rate. That basically just means you're getting very high quality audio going in and out of the microphone here. And then finally with that as well, the NT USB Mini also has a frequency range from 20 Hz all the way up to 20 kilohertz. So basically that means that you'll be able to capture everything across the spectrum, and I guess with the aforementioned sample rate, it'll all be at a very high quality. And finally, the last thing to cover on here would just be a little bit on the warranty. So by default, you get a 1-year warranty with the NT USB Mini, but going and registering this on the Rode website automatically gets you an extended warranty out to 2 years. So I guess with that there, I guess it does a couple of things for the consumer itself. It's a win for the consumer because you're not having to pay extra for any sort of extended warranty. And B, it also helps with the consumer sort of believe in the product and have some faith that the product won't exactly break, because effectively the company's willing to support this for up to 2 years after purchasing their microphone. So that covers a lot of the technical specifications around the microphone. And I think with that, let's jump into a bit of a sound comparison and understand basically how the NT USB Mini compares out to just a regular smartphone, and sort of get an understanding of, I guess, what's the difference you can expect getting out of a dedicated microphone versus sort of an everyday microphone everyone would have pretty much sitting in their pockets. So I guess with that here, this is a sound test on the Rode NT USB Mini. Now with that here, we're going to go ahead and talk quietly for a little bit, understand if I'm whispering at a really low volume, whether or not the Rode will be able to pick it up, what it sounds like, and what the volume's like. Compare that to if I talk really loud, and if I get kind of emotive, and it really goes over the top of my voice here. What the sound quality is like, and whether or not you'll be able to actually hear and pick it up if I'm speaking loudly and emoting. And now for comparison as well, let's have a look at the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 here. In the same way, this is what it sounds like when I'm speaking through to it. With that accordingly here, now I'm going to talk a little bit quieter, see if we can pick up any of the quieter, more whispery words that are coming out. And now compare that to if I raise the volume and I'm talking at a normal to loud volume. See what it comes across as. Awesome. So now that we've gone over a sound comparison, comparing the Rode NT USB Mini through to a modern smartphone, let's sort of wrap this all up and talk about why I bought the Rode NT USB Mini and would I recommend to anyone else looking at a microphone, or would I even recommend buying an external microphone compared to using what you'd get on a headset, a laptop, or on a smartphone. I bought the NT USB Mini basically because I was in need of a new mic. Along with that as well, making videos out here, I guess having decent audio is definitely beneficial. And along with that as well, I've also been looking at trying to replace the audio interface that I use going from my PC out to a pair of headphones. Who would I recommend the NT USB Mini to? Basically anyone who is trying to start up a home studio, trying to record any sort of content, whether that would be for video making, streaming, any sort of thing where you need high quality audio, where you need to be clean and sound professional, but at the same time, if you don't want to, I guess, spend a lot of money on gear with buying a microphone, buying cables, buying an audio interface, needing to have software and all of that to sync it all to, the NT USB Mini comes in at a very affordable price point. And with that as well, it is clean, it's minimal, and with one cable to connect to your PC and a second cable to monitor your headphone output on, you're basically ready to go. So with that there, I guess we'll wrap this video up. And if you would have any questions about the NT USB Mini, or I guess audio in general, feel free to leave that down in the comments. And also let me know, did you actually hear a sound difference between what was being captured by my smartphone and the NT USB Mini? And I guess if you'd be the cool guy or girl to just go blue steel on that like button, that'd be great. So awesome. Thanks a lot, everyone, and hope you all have a great day.